Hi, everyone, and welcome back to She's the Man podcast. This is our final episode. I'm Faith.
Hey guys, I'm Jaci.
And I'm Mahogany. And we just want to thank you guys for all of the support as we release these episodes. You guys have been amazing. And yeah, we just want to thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for everyone who has listened so far and who's watched our videos. We're really, really appreciative of the support.
No, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. So my first question for us today is going to be, what is our favorite moment recording the podcast? And the first one that jumps to my mind is when I was interviewing Deborah Riley Draper, and I asked her about imposter syndrome. And I was like, yeah, have you ever experienced imposter syndrome? And she said no, flat out. And you can't see it in the video because I didn't cut to my face, but my face is like, because I wasn't prepared for that answer. But it was just really cool to get to talk to someone who's so confident in their work, especially, like when you're first starting out, you're not as confident in yourself. That's just natural or whatever. But she was just like, no. And it was so cool. It was so funny in the moment too. But that was like my favorite moment, I think, recording so far.
Honestly, Jaci, that was one of my favorite moments too. Like, that's what I was gonna say, because she just flat out, and she gave the best explanation too that you could have ever imagined. So that was really, really powerful just to hear that from someone that I really respected,
I would say that your interview was my favorite too, but it wasn't just that part. It was really because, me and Faith, we were behind the cameras as we were filming Jaci, and me and Faith were like feeding off of each other because everything she was saying was hitting home, especially for me. And I was looking at Faith and we were like, yes. And it's so hard to be quiet because I want to cheer it on, but I can't because we're filming. So that was one of my favorite parts. I was really ecstatic just how it went, and then even just talking with her after, that was one of my favorite parts for sure.
I will say the first one we filmed, but the second episode released with Fela Davis, getting to actually talk to her also after we stopped recording, and just to be like, you were awesome. And it's just like, I don't know, because you kind of, when it's like an interview, it's very professional and very structured and everything, and then getting to talk to her personally, that was just really cool too. That was another good moment.
Yeah, I'm glad I stopped for a second and got to speak to her afterwards, because it's like you're trying to get all the good questions in. You're trying to act like, I don't know, you're just trying to be more put together. Even though it was a natural conversation, you're just trying to be more put together. So it was cool to be able to come to her at the end and be like, what you're doing is super cool.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is something that we've learned over the course of recording this podcast?
I know for me, it's that you have to be flexible and just being able to deal with things going wrong, because we can kind of talk about it a little bit. It was really hard to get our equipment checked out and get this TV studio reserved, and the original plan we had for our backdrop didn't work, and so we had to completely change that idea. And then with Faith's episode, one of the camera lenses was broken. With Mahogany's episode, one of the camera just was adding a bunch of gain, but not until after the fact. So you didn't know until you went to edit. And so it was a lot of and I'm very much a perfectionist, and so I want it to be absolutely perfect. And I realized that this is real life, and it's not about it being perfect, I guess, when you record it. It's kind of like rolling with the punches and making it great anyways. That was the number one thing I think I learned.
Yeah. For me, I think it was really so just time management. College overall, we learned that, but working on this podcast with you guys, it really kind of kept me on my toes a lot, because it's we got dates. Like you said, being flexible was kind of hard because we were working just so different, many different schedules and trying to come together. I learned that patience, and even just it was times, like you said, with the cameras and stuff, we were ready to just I remember Jaci, she was getting so frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to squeeze her. But we were, it takes patience, and it does let you know that you need to have room for those hiccups too, if that makes sense. Like, it's not gonna just go how you just planned it initially, because in our head last semester, I know, like, we were just so excited to watch it unfold. And then it's like when it came to the execution of it, it kind of like, well, okay, we got to move around this. But I think we did good with those hiccups, honestly.
I like to think
Yeah,
so.
Mahogany, going off what you're saying, I feel like the hardest part for me was definitely the production. I'm more of a post-production person. Like, I feel like I can put something together, and maybe like if I know the program well enough, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can put something together on the program. I'm not limited by anything because I can just Google it. But with the production side, when we're standing like in person, face to face with our problems that are real, and we can't Google it. We just have to problem solve. That's a lot harder. And just trying to figure out the signal flow of things as an audio person, that was difficult. And then saying, well, you know what? I'm making it too complicated on purpose. Let me just simplify it. And it got a lot easier. So yeah, just learning how to just manage everything, juggle everything, manage our time, like work as a group. I'm used to working by myself, so a lot of it was a challenge for me, and so it was different, and but seeing it all come together, I'm really proud.
Yes, really proud. And I can say, like, we use our resources wisely. Like, even with like you said, Jaci, the backdrop, like, we just figured it out. And like you said, I'm proud. I love to see it.
Yeah, I will say I am really, really happy with the outcome, despite all the challenges that we faced along the way. Because, last semester we had a plan. We were like, yeah, 10 episodes. And then we were like, yeah, 7 episodes. And then,
Can I say, yes,
6
I'm
guests.
sorry to cut you off. I'm so glad that we cut it down, because we were really like reaching for the stars with 10 episodes. Not to say that we couldn't do it, because I know that we could, but just knowing the amount of time that we had this semester, and we got this amount done, I'm proud of it. Like, I'm good. I'm like, we were about to shoot 10 episodes. It would have taken the whole entire semester, honestly.
It would have doubled the amount of guests and like doubled the amount of work to do
everything.
I really underestimated like how much it was going to take to do it. Yeah, I don't think we could have done 10 episodes with the time that we had, with the quality that we wanted, because we weren't going to do anything like half-ass, like we wanted to be good.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So we kind of talked about our obstacles as a group. Any personal ones that we want to talk about?
I think,
or anything that comes to mind?
Oh, sorry. So sorry. I think for me, it was kind of like you were saying about like time management and prioritizing, and like there's enough hours in the day to get everything done, but it's like figuring out those pockets of time to do stuff, especially as we've gotten into post, because like we finished filming in February, so it's been and we're filming this in April now, so like it's been a long time since we've actually like filmed it. But just the post process, it takes a minute, and like it's not just like, yeah, I'm gonna set aside 30 minutes and have it be done. Like, it's a continuous process. And I think just being able to find your little pockets of time to be able to work on stuff is something that this project has taught me, and just kind of time management, I think.
Yeah, I could say for me, again, time management, though it wasn't terrible, but for me, like taking on the task of creating the website, I cannot express this enough to you, to how it upsets me that I could not get it together. I think that I should have started working on this last semester to launch for this semester. And I was like, wow, I could have really and then now trying to squeeze it in, it just is not working. I said, okay. So that's when I went ahead and made the link tree just so that they would have access to everything in one place. And then we can post little bios and things of that sort. Just trying to still get the same information delivered just in a different way. I'm not a design person. So when I'm on there, I'm looking at stuff and it might look good to me, but it looks crazy to someone else because it's just like you said, we're perfectionists. I want it to look good, just how the episodes look good. And we can't have our website and our content looking one way and then they click the YouTube video and it's like, we got to balance it. So that's been my toughest thing. Yeah.
I think where this has challenged me the most, piggybacking off of what both of you have said, I tend to not put things out at all, not do anything because either I'm afraid of even starting or I don't want to put out something that is ugly or terrible.
Yeah.
And I think that this really challenged me because we had a deadline. And so it really didn't matter at this point, what I thought it looked like or what I thought it sounded like. It was going to be put out. And that really challenged me to push past my own limiting beliefs or whatever, and just to put something out there and just be confident and just roll with it, not be so wound up and uptight. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it.
Yeah. And it's when problems arise, just figure it out and move on. Like me syncing the audio with the video for episode 2 was I worked on that for 4 days straight, consistently. And every time, and then I would send it to someone and they're like, the words aren't matching up with the video. And I would want to cry every time because I would finally think I'm done. And then it's not. I figured out what the issue was eventually, but it's crying about it, getting upset about it, getting mad about it. That's not going to fix the problem. It's just kind of sucking it up and just being a problem solver and moving on, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we want to talk about anything else? Jaci, I feel like you were going to say.
Well, just you put our plans after graduation, which we talked about in the first episode, but has anything changed for anyone?
Yeah. Are we all comfortable talking about it?
Yeah,
talking about our future things?
Oh yeah.
You guys
Okay.
ready?
Let's go for it.
Well, I can start.
I'm so excited. You don't understand.
So I know I was talking about trying to get an internship and things of that sort to kind of get my management things going. And I still plan to do these things, but life after college for me is looking like motherhood. I found out that I'm pregnant with twins. And so I'm going to take a year out to, love them, welcome them into the world, get them comfortable enough to the point where I can be on the go with them and still pursuing my dreams, still accomplishing them. I still plan to network while I am, transitioning into this new chapter into my life, while I'm closing graduation and things. So that's pretty much it for me. I have still been working at the internship for the compound, and he's looking to relocate. So hopefully we'll be in Georgia or somewhere, and I'm just ready to go. Still being loyal to that team and trying to get everything pushing out, and hopefully we create something great.
Mahogany, I'm going to see you on tour baby wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the super mom of babies.
You are.
Yes. And then that's pretty much it for me. Kind of working on my own projects and getting my portfolio together. so that when it's crunch time, you just shoot it out and go from there.
Faith, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. So since we talked about in the first episode that I was going to be moving to Baton Rouge for my job, and I have. So I have moved. I'm here in my new office now, and I have no acoustic treatment on the walls and no rugs on the floor, and that's why it sounds echoey in here, and it's killing me. But no, it's great having my own space. It's been an incredible, amazing transition to say that like my actual job that I have like pays for my house. Like, yeah, it's a rental house, like I'm renting it, but I'm so proud of myself and just how far that I've come because it's funny how like everything lines up because I never imagined like Baton Rouge wasn't on my list of places that I originally thought of moving to, but everything really just lined up in a way that was so much better than what I could have thought of. Like I wouldn't have ever dreamt of this, but it is so much better because this is the path that I'm supposed to be on. Yeah, my lovely boyfriend, Zach, he is moving with me too. So he'll be coming like after graduation. We're both graduating together. So he'll be moving too. Hopefully, I'm planning on getting my master's degree in music production at Berklee College of Music, but I'm doing it online so that I can still do my job here. And then Zach will actually be going to the LSU Digital Media Arts and Engineering program. So that's like a perfect fit. So, because he'll be here anyways. So like, why not? So I just, going back to college as an adult was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life, but it was the most rewarding. And so I just want to be able to continue my education and always be a student of life and never stop learning. So that's where I am right now, and I'm very happy.
I love that. And you just inspire me because now that I am taking this journey, it's like school is on pause for now. I didn't really want to go to like graduate school, but I know that if I chose to do that route, I got Faith to look at. She's really like that pillar to show me like you know that you're changing lives, but inspiration to me for sure, especially when, like you said, going back into college, like, ooh, I admire
thanks, Mahogany. Thanks.
So sweet. Oh. Okay. I was like, let me go last because mine's, I don't want to say the lamest, but it is because I still don't have a job. Wah, wah. But I want to use this time to say, first of all, if you want to hire me, please do. Please do. If you're in the Memphis area, the Hattiesburg area, anywhere in the South, really, hit me up. But also, I've been like applying for jobs, getting interviews, getting rejected a lot. And so I just want to say that I'm not down and out on myself because I've been getting rejected, because that's a part of life. And like, especially post-grad, applying to jobs, something I've run into, and I'm sure everyone can attest to, is everybody wants 3 to 5 years of experience, but like, yes, where are the entry level, like, or even entry level wants experience, but then it's like, how am I supposed to get it? So if anyone is out there in the same position, or I know some people from the Senior Capstone class this semester who are doing their projects next semester, I've been watching, so shout out to y'all. If you're watching this and like you're like applying for jobs and you haven't heard back from anything, don't freak out. It's okay. God's got a plan and it's all going to work out for the best. Yes. And I'm fine, and I'll find a job. And like I said, let me know if you're hiring.
Yes. And I don't think that that's lame at all. I'm glad that you're not like easily discouraged, because it's people find it easy to get discouraged as soon as they get those rejections and they give up or they try and find a different route. But I'm glad that you're passionate enough in your passion and in your dreams and in your goals that you're going to continue to, apply yourself, and somebody gonna pick you up. I know they will. I know, for like you said, God's plan is in his timing, whether we want it now or later. it's gonna be on his time, and it's gonna be beautiful. Your testimony for that is gonna be amazing once you're able to look back and be like, yeah, I was waiting for so long and a job came. The thing is, the reason why you're waiting, or I feel like the reason why you're waiting, is because the job that's meant for you is not ready for you just yet. They're still getting all those other people out the way so that you can come in, step in, and do what you got to do. So you wait
Yes,
patiently,
Mahogany.
and you're gonna get right where you need to be.
Mahogany's literally the sweetest person I've ever met. It's not
No,
fair.
it's really you guys. You guys
It's
have
so
been
nice.
so just. I hate that this is our last episode. So
I'm
bittersweet.
kind of
We
sad
don't
about
have
it,
to-
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not,
But
I'm
I
not
have
sad
really
about the
fun.
work, but
Not sad about the work, but I do plan to keep in contact with you guys. You guys have been awesome. And I'm just so glad that we were able to come together this semester, get to know each other, and, get that bond. I love it.
Well, there is a possibility for a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So,
stay
Yes.
tuned. Maybe. We never know.
Right.
Yes.
well,
Well, should we go
I
ahead and wrap things
think,
up?
yeah, I think that about wraps it up, you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching She's the Man podcast, and we will see you next time.
We'll see you later.